Hello there. Have you wondered why some people stay poor while some others jump out of poverty? Join me as I talk on 10 reasons why some stay poor and how to change it. Welcome to Straight Talk with Dr. Yede, where I talk about financial discipline and wealth creation. I am Dr. Olaide Chinodu. If you're not yet subscribed to this channel, I know you're missing out. Why don't you subscribe right now and hit that notification bell so you get notifications every time I post new videos? Now, straight to the chase. Number one, lack of financial education. Now, if financial education has nothing to do with the regular school education, there are times that you might be not very educated but very financially savvy. For you to have a financial education, it means you must take out time to learn the concept of income and expense, how you balance it, how you track your every expenditure, how you ensure that your inflows are always more than your expenses. It takes a great deal of intentionality. Read books, educate yourself. Number two, low income and minimum wage. Now, this is very relative. Regardless of how low you earn, you can get out of this state of poverty. It depends on how much you can keep. You need to be very intentional with your expenses. If it's that you already earn low minimum wage, how can you get out of this thing? You need to understand that there are other side hustles you have to engage in. Think of other ways to make money. Be very creative. Instead of putting the problems of everybody on your shoulders or thinking you're the only one having all the problems, sit down and think. Be creative. What skill sets do you have? If you don't have skill sets that can be marketable, I think it's time to start acquiring other skills. Skills that you know can get you out of poverty. There's a saying that you might be born to a poor family, but if you die poor, that's on you. Learn to acquire skills. Not everything in life requires money. You could be wise to learn from people, learn skills, poach around, be very smart, intentional about skills that you know can make you money. If the skills you have right now are not making you so much money, I think it's high time to start doing your research. Look for other things that are marketable and things you love doing that you know can make you money. For example, if you are a cobbler and see that you're not making so much money, have you thought about training other people? Or have you thought of diversifying or going into another field entirely that you also enjoy? Number three, financial mismanagement. Financial mismanagement is one key thing that keeps a lot of people poor. I'll tell you a story about a man that won a lottery, about 40 million naira, and in less than a year, he was back to poverty, which is because they don't know how to spend money. A lot of people are so emotional about their money. Money comes to your hands, and next thing you start thinking is that, oh, I will never eat at that diner anymore. You can't think straight, and everybody knows you have money, and everybody wants a piece of it. Stop being emotional. Learn to manage money. Don't always be so emotional. Put a budget. I spoke about that earlier. Learn to stop mismanaging money. If you didn't plan that expenditure, don't venture into it. Always spend on things you need. Learn to delay gratification. You can't buy everything. There's no money that can't finish. Be smart with your money. Some people might call you stingy, but that's not your business. I rather you invest that money than just look for other ways of spending it. Not everything that appears as an investment is an investment. Before you spend or plunge money into an investment, do your due diligence. Number four, limited access to opportunities. Now, a lot of people are so boxed up in their cocoon, always complaining about the government, how the government is not helping their matters. But see, if you reposition yourself and be very smart, you want to be rich. Have you started rolling with the rich? Listen to them, move with them, try to gain one or two friends in the rich kingdom, if you know what I mean. Try to see what they do. How do they make money? Because information always goes round a certain people. It doesn't fly outside. So you need to be a part of that circle. You have to be a person of value. So are you a person of value? Create value for yourself and ensure that you are strategically located in a place of opportunity. Not just that, learn to observe opportunities. Change the way you think. Stop complaining about things and try to seek solutions to problems. Then you see opportunities in every problem. Number five, lack of savings and emergency funds. Now, a lot of people have this problem. They keep telling themselves, I earn so little, I earn so meager, so there's no point saving. I can't even have an emergency fund, but that is a lie. You don't need to spend all you have. Be very, very intentional about it. You can automate the savings. Ensure that you have at least 6 months of your current salary or your current wage kept aside somewhere as an emergency fund. Don't touch it. Once that money is kept aside, you can continue saving and you can plunge these new savings into an investment opportunity while your emergency fund is still there. If an emergency truly comes, it will not shake you because you don't have to plunge into your salary, your wages, or your previous savings. You have an emergency fund dedicated for that purpose. When the emergency comes, it doesn't leave you devastated. You sort out the emergency with the emergency funds and your life goes on. Number six, debts and high interest loans. People, listen, be very smart, stop being desperate. If you need a loan, look for loans that are of low interest or try to look within and try to sort out getting funds in a better way. When you're desperate, you make the worst decisions. I have seen so many people take up loans with very high interest, and at the end of the day, they are frustrated, they are angry at everybody that the whole world doesn't like them, that all the rich are wicked. For crying out loud, that rich man that you borrowed money from wants his money doubled as well. You were stupid enough to take that high interest loan. Before you take any loan, sit back, think of the consequences. Can you pay back this loan effortlessly? If the answer is no, don't take it. Give yourself some 2 hours. Try to think it through. Many a times these things appear life-threatening, but they really aren't life-threatening. Number seven, healthcare costs and medical debts. Many a times you don't take time to eat healthy or stay healthy. Ensure you think that to stay healthy costs a lot of money. You have any small complaint, go see the doctor immediately before it gets worse. Because when it gets worse, you heap up bills, medical debts, health costs, and all that. Now, imagine someone who had a mild infection and you let it transcend into sepsis, a more serious form of infection. Wow, you know it's going to cost you more money. Don't be penny wise and pound foolish. Be very smart about what you spend your time on. Be very smart about how many hours you sleep, what you eat. You don't have to spend so much money to stay healthy. There are books to read on health tips. You can also watch my videos on your health today with Dr. Ide. You'll get a lot of health tips from there. Number eight, generational poverty. Now, when I say generational poverty, I talk about people who come from very poor families and you've allowed that mindset of poverty consume you. The fact that your parents were poor doesn't mean you should die poor. You need to change the way you think. Change that concept of generational poverty. Be the first person to be wealthy in your family. Be very meticulous about spending. Stop looking at things that would keep you poor. Stop indulging in things like gambling, drinking of alcohol incessantly, spending time with people who don't think, low life, so to speak, who are always complaining about the government, complaining about the economy, complaining about everybody stealing their money they don't even have or they never had. For you to get out of generational poverty, you need to educate your mind. Be very intentional. It takes intentionality to be wealthy. It takes discipline. If you can spend half of that time you complain on being poor, on trying to set a pace for yourself, believe me, you'll be the first person in that generation to be very wealthy. Number nine, lack of support and network. Well, this could be a big problem. But then again, you can build your network, you can build a support group. You start with what you have. Have you noticed that the wealthy don't like giving people who don't have ideas money? If you want to build a network, start somewhere. Think of people with like minds, people that want to cause a change in their environment, a positive change in their environment, people that have value to give. Are you a person of value? If you don't have any person, you have no connections currently, start one. Start to do what you do in your own little way, and I can tell you, you will get noticed in the shortest time possible. Number 10, entitlement mentality. Now, the reason why a lot of people stay poor is because they feel entitled and they keep complaining. You need to earn your keep. Be a person of value, create value, and when your value can be seen and perceived by another person, that person will willingly, or those people will willingly exchange their wealth for the service or value you are giving. Stop being entitled. Nobody owes you anything, neither did you owe anybody anything. For you to be perceived correctly, you need to position yourself strategically. Be very smart. Do you have a product? Make that product marketable. Make that product attractive. Make that service attractive. Give your best. Give excellence. Stop complaining. Thank you very much. If you just found this video interesting, I would have you like, share, post your comments, and don't forget, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Till we meet again, same time, same place next week. Don't forget, health is wealth. Bye.